what do they call him? The adjuster. The adjuster, that Luigi Mangione guy, whatever his name is. They're calling him the adjuster.
I didn't know that. Okay.
They call him the claims adjuster. I saw there was an article and it was like Luigi Mangione played an online assassin game. And I was like, holy shit, he did? Which one? And I scrolled to the bottom, Among Us.
Yes.
It was Among Us. And they were trying to sensationalize his play of Among Us as like assassin hitman train.
So did you read the article or hear about the article? Okay,
I saw the article.
I saw the article, and what I saw, I don't know what you saw. I saw Reddit sensationalizing an article that wasn't that sensationalized. What happened is one of his friends used to play Among Us with him, and he's like, dude, it's ironic that I played this game where you had to spot the murderer, and there actually was a murderer among us, right? And then Reddit twists it to this, like, they're acting like it's a big deal that he played Among Us. No. His friend was like, dude, it's kind of crazy that we played a game where we were trying to spot who's sus and somebody actually was.
But the article calls it an assassin game.
Well, that's retarded.
I need to see it again. But the thing that I saw anyway, and it was like, Reddit was like, they're making a big deal out of Among Us. And it's like, no, they didn't. We're making a big deal out of Among Us. So,
it's not like a Reddit comment section to get things totally wrong.
They would never do that. I mean, dude, that thing's been fun to watch. The tone deafness of the entire news media about the reaction to the shooting and the aftermath. It has been really interesting to watch. Everyone has their fingers in their ears, pretending like it's the emperor has no clothes on a global mass media scale, where every talking head refuses, and if they do acknowledge it, it's only to admonish it. There's a few idiots out there who are hailing this murderer as a hero. Let them know the long arm of the law can reach into your dark corners and caves wherever you may lurk as well. It's just like, dude, everyone, this isn't right left. That's the other thing. Like the right says, look at these left wingers. They want to take out CEOs. It's, no, dude. Everybody's kind of on the side of that.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro came out, Matt Walsh came out, and like I forget, Joe Rogan, I think, is on the side of the murderer, if I recall correctly. But yeah, I was I don't know. I like Ben
alleged murderer.
Dude, if that would have been the CEO of Palestine, Ben Shapiro would have loved it.
Yes.
would have been the biggest fan.
Yeah, got that guy.
Yeah, I guess we've gotten a lot of those guys. Not we. I guess
a lot of turnover in that position. I promise.
We paid for it.
No, that thing's been wild to watch. I saw him get arraigned. That they're saying that McDonald's employee may not even get the reward, the 50 or 60 grand or whatever it was.
What is that about? Is that truth or sensationalized? Whatever.
I don't know. That's what I read from online. I mean, look at Burt. You know, you get promised 50, 60 grand, and you walk away with a lot of exposure. You know, so maybe that person who turned him in at McDonald's can dance in Fort Lauderdale with their
soft fatty,
their soft fatty and Burt. They could be third billing as the Luigi Mangione rat.
I saw some fun conspiracy theories surrounding it. I haven't done as much digging into the whole thing as you, but I saw some people online who were hyper confident. I might say too confident. They don't think that Luigi's the right guy.
Of course, he's the right guy.
Oh, his eyebrows look different here, and his face looks different here, and it's like it's really another like one of those where you'll see like the Joe Biden body double stuff where they'll use like multiple focal lengths of camera and be like, get a load of how skinny Joe Biden's face is here, and yet it's wide here, and it's like, yeah, that's how camera focal lengths work. That's how that works. And so like when you're looking at a picture of someone on like a closed caption screenshot, and then you see a picture of their mugshot, and then you see a picture of them in public with friends, like it's not unusual at all for them to look noticeably different in all three of those because they're very, very different.
I mean, he had the gun on him.
Yeah,
like
he had the gun on him.
He had the letter on him. Like the dude was like preparing to get caught, it seems.
As they're hauling him into the police station, he's screaming about like these, he's not screaming I'm innocent. He's not saying I'm a patsy like Oswald did. He's screaming like, you know, the evils of the industry will be exposed. The American people need to open their eyes. Like he's saying that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like it's clearly him. There's no conspiracy afoot, unfortunately, because I like a good conspiracy. But I think what's going to be fascinating, and I never know what dictates this, what dictates the media coverage allowed in a court proceeding. Because with OJ, oh my God, it became daytime television, and with the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing, to a lesser extent for sure, but it became this generation or last generation's small version of that. I hope this thing is the same way. I hope we get the cameras in there and get to watch this shit every day, because I could see the jury going the other way on this one. I could see him getting a slap on the wrist, or there being a mistrial or some sort of, you know, I don't know what all the terminology is. I don't know the difference between a hung jury and a mistrial. I guess a mistrial is when the defense or the prosecution rather does something untoward and then it comes out and now everything's overturned. And I guess a hung jury is when they're deadlocked and we can't come to a resolution.
I hope you're right, but I bet you're wrong. I bet they lock this guy away and they just have him dead to rights.
Oh,
I'm not sure he's even denying it. He's probably confessed it. He's going away.
No, he's got a lawyer. And the lawyer said, the lawyer had a great little mini press conference. He's like, let me show you all the evidence they got against my client. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Take a good look. Zoom in.
I like him already.
Zoom in.
Did he really say that? Are you quoting him?
I like how you're becoming more Semitic as you're doing the lawyer.
Oh, he's Italian to me. Okay.
I thought he was a little Italian, a little Jewish. He's something. He's a New Jersey guy. But
for Luigi's sake, I hope he got a Jew.
Mamma mia.
Not Italian.
I don't know who gets shit done more.
I don't know. Israel gets.
You don't want a criminal attorney. You want a criminal attorney.
Yeah, he may need a Lincoln lawyer this time around, but I think there's definitely people out there who would go the other way on this one. And you don't know what the proceedings are going to be like. If there's a long drawn out trial, and his defense gets to talk about his pain and suffering because I think he's got some back injuries, perhaps his claims were denied, and then they can use that as a lead in to some of the other practices of the insurer, and they can use that as an avenue into that. If they can just, in court, if they can talk about how awful that guy that he killed was, and how maybe some of his policies or his AI implementation, and it was turning down claims at double the rate of every other insurer. Talk about the profits that they made last quarter, clearly because of them turning down what were definitely like real claims,
legitimate claims
that were people needed things. You know, that's what insurance says. They needed those things.
Yeah, right. They're going to spin a sob story for the CEO. And I did read like a little bio of the CEO, and I would not be surprised if they could get some people to like get like convictions going on the killer.
I would
have a hard time. He's also good looking, well spoken.
My mind.
He's
well, you have to think about the jury. It's not about what if we're on there. I think we know what's going to happen, but they're going to spin it and be like, "This wasn't some run of the mill healthcare CEO. This guy was born to a lower middle class family in Iowa. His father worked a grain silo, and he worked his way up from XYZ to become the most powerful AI utilizing CEO. No, cut that out.
No, I think Mangione's family has some money. He's good looking. He's well spoken. He's highly intelligent. Like if anybody's going to be able to defend themselves and be defended to the utmost, it's him. So like I think he's got a decent shot. I think he's got a better shot than like the Braves have of taking it home next year. You know what I mean?
No, this guy's absolutely going to jail.
Really? Absolutely.
I think Taylor's
gonna give me odds?
Wrong.
Dude, you're on a hot streak. You're due for a loss. You've been good on sports and the president.
I mean, you should be giving me 5-1 on something like this.
Not for someone as confident as you. 1-1's more than enough.
1-1 on him walking? There's video of him doing it. He's carrying a note that says unequivocally, "I did it alone, no one else, just me and my little old self. Gotcha, sucker." Like it's in his pocket. You can't give me 4-1? I can get that on the street.
I can get a 4-to-1 on the street.
You know what? I gotta come in. I'll give you 4-to-1. $100 to your 25.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's not how this works.
It does seem like it does seem like my side has the better chance. Then he's definitely going to go to jail.
Like, my God, David and Goliath over here.
Did you see his reading list? And sorry, Zach, I'll do the sponsors right after this.
Was Ted K?
Ted K, old Teddy Kaczynski. But I mean, that's an afternoon read. Takes 25 minutes to read his whole shit. But also, like, did you see like the weird mishmash on his Goodreads, which I guess is an account? I guess it's a book reading account that you review different books you read, or like have a book list. I've never used it, so I've
used Goodreads. I sometimes use it to help me find which audiobooks are good, and it does two things. It tracks which books you liked and recommends others based on that. Cool. And you can read other people's reviews. It started slow, but it really hooked me in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he was on. And it was like
at goodreads.com.
The list I saw was like scrolling through was the weirdest mishmash of books, where it would be like the Unabomber Manifesto, Ted Kaczynski, the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And it's like, that's embarrassing to have on your list. And then like 4 lower, it's like on my going to read Mein Kampf. And it's like, okay, well, that's a long fucking book. You're not. Yeah, Mein Kampf is a very long book.
Have you read it? You've read that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was doing it in prison, and so like, what else was he going to do? So I bet, that was probably 10 years ago. I read through it because I was just curious, and it was like, so garrulous. Like there are so many parts of Mein Kampf where he just goes on and on and on and on and loquacious. He was very talkative and just
what is like those are fighting words. Loquacious, I barely know.
Loquacious. I think loquacious is the kind woman who helped me get my license at the DMV most recently.
Oh, come here, sugar.
Come here. He's got loquacious on her.
Yeah. Did you see his Twitter? Results.
I didn't see his Twitter before it got taken down.
When somebody goes, and becomes a superhero on the streets of America, they go through your Twitter to try to dig up some dirt on you, try to find something bad to say about Luigi. And one of his tweets said, I want to get the quote right. I got to picture it. I need a white chick to go bug mode on my dick right now.
Man of the people. Sometimes you just need a white chick to go bug mode. What does that mean? Like jack you off like a praying mantis?
And every time I think about that, I laugh hard.
I need a white girl to go bug. When he was tweeting that, he wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna kill a CEO someday, and this will be a discussion point on the CNN.
Dude, all of his fucking leech ass friends are going on like TV, like, we never would have seen this. It's like, shut up, he's trying to get off, you fools. Like I saw like they're like, oh, here he is, like on a TikTok one time. It's like, okay, guys, let's calm down. Like every scrap of like footage of him is becoming a big deal for some reason. But I do look forward to the trial, and like I was saying, you may have stepped away for a moment. I think he's got a shot. Just based on there's a lot of people out there. Everything I read online, of course, I am in my little Reddit microcosm liberal echo chamber, but it seems like everyone, right and left, kind of feels the same way. That like, that guy's scum. We all hate that guy. Like he's not one of the cool like 100 millionaires who are building rocket ships or something like that. He's not zany. He doesn't make fun quips. He just uses AI to murder grandmas.
Dick Masterson has been having a fun time going all in. I mean, obviously, Dick, like he's in favor of Luigi. And so like, he just keeps like, there are so many people who are like, guys, health insurance gets a bad rap. When I got cancer, they covered everything other than my $9,600 deductible. And that's what saved my life. And Dick is like quote tweeting all these people being like, hey, retard, have you ever once considered that your situation is anomalous and that this is not the norm for most people? And then everyone is obviously on Dick's side. Like, yeah, 1,000 examples of like, yeah, I had the same situation as this guy. I went to the doctor and I had a report sent to my insurance agency with my doctor recommending treatment. And then they said that doctor didn't have the correct qualifications to make a distinction on what type of treatment was needed. And that I would first need to go to the specialist 700 miles away before they would qualify me for potential treatment, which crazy. I couldn't at the time afford because I would have to take off work. And so they effectively pushed my treatment down the road, a year and a half. And it's like, yeah, that seems more normal for a lot of people. You get drug around, you get fucked with. They will take everything from you.
We had health insurance through my mom. My mom was a teacher, and that was excellent health coverage. Like it always seemed like it always seemed like catastrophic stuff happened. Like my dad had this crazy back surgery, and it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, I think they came out of pocket for like less than a used car or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a big deal at all. And my mom had 2 or 3 major surgeries. She had a tumor removed once and maybe a hysterectomy or something. Like she had some big stuff happen. Always covered. And like us kids, like always were covered in everything. And that was excellent health coverage. So I don't have the experience with what these people are talking about, but it would be a nightmare to have paid into something your whole life and then need it. And then have them turn you down, or even worse, give you that bureaucratic, go here and check this box and go there and check that box while you're dying or your loved one is dying. That's how you get shot.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked up.
I'm glad that they didn't get this, the Luigi Mangione situation wrong, or didn't like railroad some guy or anything like that, like they did with the Boston bomber, because that was crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, everyone was also coming down against the Boston bomber because it was indiscriminate bombing.
We hated them.
I would imagine, like, I don't really use Reddit, but are most of the people there in favor, against?
It's nothing but fun memes about it'll be like,
yeah, that would have been.
You'll have one of the funnier ones. It's Mario reading like a list of things that have happened to him, and the implication is, I'm next. These things have pushed me too far. I'm Mario. He's Luigi. There's lots of little smart memes leaning into the whole thing like that.
I see tons of I can fix hims.
Oh yeah, he's a good looking guy.
He's looking real handsome, and all these ladies are like, I can fix him.
And the guys, yeah.
The guys,
yeah.
Oh, is he gay?
No, but they they'll turn him.
They can fix him.
Burt would try to fuck him.
He would absolutely.
That. Like what he thought about the.
Yeah.
Damn it, we should have.
I wish I had gotten his.
Burt, we don't want to ask you about any of the political implications. Do you think he's cute?
We should have done we should have done Smash or Pass, and we should have had like Barron Trump, the New York shooter, and
missed opportunity.
Like who's the Jew that always wears his yarmulke that has autism?
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. Yeah, throw in a bunch of cute whiteys.
Ben Shapiro's a good-looking guy. Short, but good-looking.
That's Burt's type.
Maybe Burt would like that.
Dude, Burt would love Ben Shapiro. Think about it.